What's up, folks? How you doing? I was trying to figure out how to do this because I'm doing it from my phone again, and it looks like it's working. So sweet, sweet. But yeah, who's all here? I've seen a few people here. Wow, it's just wild how. All right, awesome. Hey, what's up, Deborah? How are you? So I wanted to do some more etymology, and we'll get into the sevens. You see this? Seven seas: the Arctic, Antarctic, North Atlantic, South Atlantic, North Pacific, South Pacific, and the Indian Ocean. Okay? Now check this out. Go back. Seven champions. We'll go to seven. One more than six, of course, we knew that, right? But, septum. What's the septum? What's up, Menza? How you doing, bud? Who else is here? Delaney Delight Jones, what's up? Archie Bunker's in the house. Tucker, Deborah Tucker, Thoth, Miles, what's up? What's up? Nice to see you guys. You guys can hear me all right, right? Nice. Glad you guys are all here. What is the septum again? Is that the thing in your chest, or what's the septum again? Or is that no? That's the bone down by your groin. I don't know. Is it? I'm trying to remember what it is, but representing number seven, Swedish. I wanted to get long regarded as a number of perfection. Seven wonders, seven sleepers. The latter. Oh, in your nose. There you go. Yep. 5 out of 8 ain't bad. Right. What's up, Bone 722? Nice to see you. I'm glad you're here. But yeah, the seven wonders, seven sleepers, the latter translating Latin septum dormientis, seven against Thebes. You know, we got the 7 Years' War, we got the evil seven, we got the magical power healing skill associated with the seventh sun, and you know, the 7 Years' War, the seven stars, seven planets in classical astronomy. You know, until they figured out that there was the hidden, you know, and the hidden is, what is it, Neptune and, or is, which planet comes first, closest to the sun? Is it Neptune or Uranus? But then we got Pluto. And the odd thing is Pluto, oh wow, with six in a circle, one in the center, be a Masonic symbol. Wow, I didn't even know that. Well, yeah, okay, so yeah, that would be. Well, thanks. 7 year itch. If you made a line, seven is half of a triangle, right? Upside down, right? Sternum in the chest. That's what it is. Okay. I got a deviated septum. Nice. Well, my marriage only lasted 7 years. Neptune, Uranus, and then Pluto. What's up, Michael? Thank you, bud. Okay, so yeah, yeah, and why do they always say the 7 year itch? You know, or the you know, that relationships tend to okay, sevenfold, seven field, fold, seven. Okay, I'm gonna back up one here, one more, one more. Seven sisters, Pleiades. Check this out. The seven daughters of Atlas and Pleione, transformed by Zeus into seven stars. From Greek, Pleiades. Okay, now remember Zeus now. From a shortened form of Pleiades, plural for Pleiades, dove. You see that? Dove. Pay attention to that too. Now you see the word Pel with the star on it? Right there? Pay attention to that because that's where it's going to be at. 7 years bad luck when you break a mirror. Correct. Seven deadly sins. Correct. Correct. Exactly. And Hesio, okay, what is this? Or perhaps the plane to sail. Seven deadly sins are opposite of the seven virtues. Correct. Okay. Hang on. I can't. Oh, right here. To plate. It is an extended form of root pel. Okay, pel was pale, right? Pale, yellow, brownish. Hypothetical source, Sanskrit, gray. Gray pelios, livid, dark, gray, wolves. Da 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 da. That's not what I wanted to get at. I think it's right here. Twofold. Pel is twofold. Quintuple, sextuple, triple. Whatever that means. But it is a hypothetical source for Sanskrit puta. Puta. Fold, pocket. Fold, middle, Irish, alt, a joint. Skin, hide. Okay, now I'm going somewhere with this, guys. So, okay, now we're gonna back up because right here, they. Because I was getting into the thought of what's this with they, them, that, this, but then I came across this. He, or they, is a source for masculine plural, so it's a they, so they were saying that's where it originated, was for masculine group. 7 of 9 was hot. 7 chakras, correct. And there's 7 continents, correct? 7 swans of swimming, correct. Nice, very nice. Bushido and chivalry. Yes, yep. Okay, and I wanted to go back one more time. Okay, right here. I think this is it. Yeah, this is where I got it. Okay, now her, higher, third person singular feminine dative pronoun which replaced accusative high, beginning in 10th century. Okay, now her, possessive case, third person singular genitive from hio, she. So hio was she, with absolute from hers. Now ko, right here, this is it. Root of demonstrative pronoun meaning this. The forms are part of etc., harass, he, hence, her, here, him, his, hither, it. So that ko, ko, or, and then ki is this, Hittite, this. Now, hang on. Right here. Is this it? Rank in sacred order, one of the 3 divisions of the 9 orders of angels, loosely ruled dominion, from Old French, from medieval rank division of angels. So this is hierarchy. That's where hierarchy comes from. And archon, see archon, ire, neuter, plural, heroes. So this is where the hero word comes from, I think. Hierarch. One who rules in holy things, from medieval, so leader of sacred rites, high priest, hierarchy, and then I just read the rank of, it's the hierarchy of, so heir or higher, or heretic, or hieroglyphics, so hieroglyphica, ancient Egyptian writing system. Hieroglyphic is a nature of Egyptian monumental writing, late Greek hieroglyphikos, of writing from hieros, sacred, carving from, and now here's that, see that star word right there, gleb or glib, to tear apart and cleave. Let's see what that is. To tear apart and cleave. It forms all or part of cleave, to split, part, or divide by force. Cleft, clever, clevis. hieroglyphic petroglyph. Okay, now the evidence or to hollow out, cut out with a knife, engrave, carve. That's glyphin. Okay, now there I'm going somewhere with this, so just bear with me. I think I am, if I can find. I concur, Thoth. What are you guys talking about? I like the classic Star Trek myself. Never, yeah, I liked it too. An archy, no rulers, no rule. That's anarchy, yeah. Right, exactly. Very good. Yes, very good. Fear of sacred things or persons. Hieroglyph. Okay, now I was going to get into this right here. I got to get you guys out of my way for a second. Sorry. Janus. Now check this out. Janus. Deity to the Romans. The guardian god of portals, doors, and gates. Patron of beginnings and endings. From Latin, Ianus, literally gate, arched passageway. Perhaps from pi root. Now you see the star word right here, the Ea, or E-A-I, to go. That's what means, that EI means. That's, I don't know what that has to do with it, but cognates Yana, path, Old Church Slavonic, to travel. He is shown as having two faces, one in front, the other in back. They may represent sunrise and sunset, and reflect an original role as a solar deity. His temple in Rome was closed only in times of peace, related Janian. Okay? Now, you see that? So January is the first month. From Jennifer, old Janus, to whom the month was sacred as the month was sacred as the beginning of the year, according to later Roman reckoning. The form was gradually Latinized, replaced Old English, later Yule, in Chaucer, a type name for an old man. Right? Now, Janus, there's Janus words, too, that mean two different things. And I'm going to go to the... Okay, we're going to go to janitor. Okay, janitor. An usher in a school, later doorkeeper. Right? Later doorkeeper, porter, door, entrance, gate. From Ionis, arched passageways, I just said that. Arcade, agent, suffix meaning caretaker of a building. Right? So, I wish I could get to the... There it is right here. Check this out. Janus words, after the original Roman god who guarded portals, doors, and gates, patron of beginnings and endings. He had two faces facing opposite ways. Janus word is a word with two meanings that seem to contradict each other. Cleave means both to stick together and to break apart. The verb dust means both to put dust on and to take dust off. Of commonly cited examples, some are coincidence. Words unrelated to one another. Etymologically, but but which have evolved from identical forms. The two cleaves, for example, are from entirely different roots. In Old English, one was a strong verb, cloven, and that's the hooves or whatever. But leaping bound and tied up bound are two different things, but, they're whatever. But what I'm getting at here is he left is an opposite of he was left, because he took off and then he was left behind. So that is the issue with our language. It's it can be indecisive. You know what I mean? America's whole system is about people always spending everything. Economy equals flow of money. Yep, just like currency, right? When they talk about the economy doing great, it usually correlates to people having nothing. Yes, very true. Now, that's just like, the banks they deal with currency. And they're like river banks. They're on the river, the banks are on a river, right? Oh, check this out. News. Is news north, east, west, south? You ever think of that? News is not an acronym for north, east, west, south, or south, right? That's kind of weird. There was some stargates and pyramids in the trek. People who acquire resources and save for the future are bad for the economy. Yes, this is true. Right. When they talk about the economy doing great, it usually correlates to having nothing. Right. Okay, now, but I wanted to get the whole January thing. Now, the January thing about being portals and everything. Now, we're at a place right here, folks, where the collective is in a spot to where we can take the cognate of the outer and realize that it's the inner that is the portal or the doorway to our the future. You know what I'm saying? It is the sorry. It is, and then I wanted to get right here. Because, oops, pleura, side of the body, rib. Okay, now you see this? Medical Latin pleura, side of the body, rib. Also flank of an army, page of book, an unknown origin. Plu. Now remember I told you remember that? To flow. The forms, Fletcher, Fledge. Pluto. Roman god of the underworld. From Latin Pluto, Pluton. Greek Pluton, god of wealth. From Plautus, wealth, riches. Probably originally overflowing. From Plu, to flow. The alternative Greek name Hades is his function as a god of wealth. Precious metals, da-da-da-da-da. The planet, since downgraded, was discovered by Tom Baugh, da-da-da-da-da. Cartoon dog. Plu, Dis, Hades, Plutonic. Okay, we're going to go to Hades. Mythology. The name of his realm, the abode of the dead spirits. Hades in Homer, the name of the god, the underworld, son of Kronos, Rheus, brother of Zeus and Poseidon. His name is of unknown reason, perhaps literally the invisible. From privative prefix, Iden, to sea. Wade, to sea. The name of the god was extended in later Greek writing to his kingdom, also the grave, death. Hadal, Hadian. Wow. To see. So Hades, how is that? Wow, and then wisdom, learned, sagacious, cunning, wise, way, wit, wisdom. Wisdom, knowledge, learning, experience from wis. Dumb, okay, now dumb, I wanted to figure out what this was, because add dumb, we got add, abstract suffix, statue, judgment, doom. Wow, originally an independent word, but already active, suffix, cognate, with German turn, or tum. Oh, that's why it says atum or adum. Jurisdiction, hence, wow. What's this one? To set up. Wow. Abdomen. Wow, that's just, now, I get into this. I don't know why I get into it, but you start figuring it out, how our language is so confusing. It's just crazy. Okay, so now, I wonder what the star means if you put a star in front of these words. Jurisdiction. What was that? What's up, Gerald? How you doing? Jurisdiction equals dumb. King's dominion, kingdom. Yeah. Dum, dum, dum. Want gum, gum, gum. Yeah, right. AD. Dom. Minute. Seth Dominus. Nice. What's up? Nice to see you here, bud. What's up, Max? It's code, not literal. What do you mean? What are you guys talking about here? Right on, y'all. This is the dawning of the age of Aquarius, in Aquarius, right? It's all good. We can fix everything. Just need a carbon tax, lies and damned lies, false sense of security, right? Lick the like. Nice. People have to feel safe and secure to keep blowing all their money. Yes, you're totally correct there. How much you want to bet this is why the whole global warming psyop. No, the global warming is happening, man. It was 40 fucking degrees here. It was 40 degrees here in Minnesota. I don't know what's causing it, but I think it's the neutrinos that are coming in from the sun, and that's why they're chemtrailing the fuck out of our skies. You know what I'm saying? Well, you want to think Trump, Trumpet? It's Trump and Pence. You know what I mean? We got Mike Pence and we got Donald Trump. Don. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. What's up, Free Press? Empires fall. They do fall. What's up, Free Press? Glad you're here. Right. We got the Trump Pence sounding, and they're playing their part. They're playing their part, and that's you can think of Trump as our ego, our collective ego. Remember, I was talking about that last night. How we could be considered Earth's ego, or God's ego. You know what I mean? The human race as a whole, because we're just running around doing whatever we want to do, and not even considering the whole. And that's where our separation is getting us in trouble. And if you ask me, my learned opinion right now is that our separation from Source is what's causing the shit on our Earth. Plain and simple. Because if everything is one, then why would the whole, freaking permit itself to wreck itself? It wouldn't. Because it's all pervading, all knowing, right? Am I right about that? Dr. Pump. Trump card and bridge, right. Idol, let's click on Idol and see what Idol says. Image of a deity as an object of pagan worship. Image, pagan god. From idolum, false god, image. Oid, what's oid mean? Like that of, thing like a, see, and it goes back to Wade again. Wade. Trump cards, I like that one. No, he didn't say it was hijacked per se. He was saying that in a way, yeah, and he blames it on the same person I blame it on. And it's how you use it, right. Now, that it being said, the world is always going to end. It's always going to end, guys. That is what the cataclysmic, that is why we all have that feeling. Because the world is going to end for each one of us. We're born dead already. Am I right there? So, in a sense, it doesn't matter what happens until you separate yourself from spirit, because the spirit is the world, the spirit of the world. Because this is the devil's realm. This is Lucifer's realm. This is the material realm. This is the cars, stars, and bars realm. Until we get off of the roller coaster of life and death, we will not even know what the true truth is. And that's what the whole beautiful thing about it is we have that chance, or that well, it's not that chance, because we're all going to do it eventually, because it's all infinite. The 8, I figured out the 8. The 8 is the substrate of our existence. It's here. Let me figure out. I'll write 8 in here, because I figured that out today too. I gotta get you guys out of the way for a second. 8 is 1 more than 7. Okay, it's gonna be twice 4, the number which is 1 more than 7. Okay, the number, a symbol representing this number, 8. Earlier 8. Let me get over to it. Sanskrit 8, from the Latin word, okay, 8-man crew, a rowing boat, pieces of 8, that's the pirates, was so called because it was worth 8 reals, 8 as a shape of a race course, figure 8, behind the 8 ball, 8 hours as an ideal length of a fair working day, octo, octave, octopus. I wanted to get, there's something else to this I wanted to show. Ace. Next in order after the 7th, an ordinal number being one of 8 equal parts into each, which a whole is regarded as divided. You see what I mean? A whole regarded as a divided. And that's what we are. And that's what our existence is. It's like we have the 7 deadly sins. The seven, what was that? Sadhguru says realities fade and disappear. Also, 4 exist at the same time as old ones fade and new ones come into being. 8 months is 66 of Anum. 8 infinity, right, marks the spot, correct. What's up, Scotty boy? Anything with a number on it is potential portal. Sadhguru said that there have been 86 versions of the universe so far. Right. Yes. And when it gets to 108, it will be self-sufficient and won't end, whatever that means. It's because 108 is the sacred number. 108 is the hydrogen. Because every triangle is 180 degrees, right? Or 360. Is it 180? Yeah, 180. Every triangle equals 180. You know what I mean? I don't feel dead. I feel like the world is dead. In its consciousness, not knowing. This is correct. Enum, 1 year. You can't get to heaven in a 3D body. No, you're missing the point here. Yes, 108 is 9. But the 3D, you have to die before you die while you're in this realm. You have to create that which creates you in order to rise above what you created that creates you. It's the seed, root, tree, branch, leaf, seed. I think it's not the root though, but it's seed, tree, right? And that's what the tree of life is about. Right? Rollerblades will get you halfway there. Roller skates won't get you there either. Right? But the 108 is the hydrogen. It's the Pythagorean. Miles knows what I'm talking about here. It's this. It's over every archway of a church. We got this triangle right here because this angle's 36. This angle's 36, and this angle's 108. You know what I mean? And that's the structure of the hydrogen atom, is those numbers, and that's what everything in our realm is hydrogen. That's why everything is considered the waters of noon, the chaotic waters. The microwave background is our event horizon. You know what I mean? And that's how you see to go to the outermost. To the innermost. You understand what I mean by that? That is so we are in the hyperboloid right now. We are in the Milky Way galaxy, which if you look at it from a inner perspective, you see it as an hourglass, which funny enough is what determines our time. The hourglass. And what is Orion shaped as? What is an X shaped as? It's the hourglass. It's the inverse of the outverse, of meaning it's the inverse of a toroid, like the apple core. And the crossing is the point where it crosses is the null point of our creation. That is why origins is Orion, original, Ori, or Ura. You know what I mean? What's up, Free Press? Numbers is the characters in the program and the ports. Most roofs on all houses are the same. Yes, very good. That's what I mean. And that's how it all fits together. It's just everywhere from the numbers, how they correlate and coalesce. There's a number or a word right there. Coalesce. If I can how do you spell coalesce? Love at the master coder. Right. How do you coalesce? Here, we'll just go with this right here. Word forming element, scientific compounds meaning coalescent, lobe fin fishes, coaliac, cavity of the abdomen, coalimate, cool, not warm. I don't know how do you spell coalesced? Okay, let me try that right there. Damn it. There we go. Coalesce. Oh, what the hell? I just had it up there. Right there. Coalesce. Grow together. Unite by growing into one body. Now, you see that? That's what I'm talking about. Unite by growing into one body. Coalesce here. Unite, grow together, become one in growth. From a simulated form of come together, which is together. Alessir, be nourished, hence increase, grow up. Incoative alair, that's pretty sweet. To suckle, nourish. Wow, that's pretty cool. Now all, right here. Beyond. Root meaning beyond. So, adulteration. What is that? So where's the AL in that? Alien is beyond. Okay, that's why alias, allegory, allergy, allopathy. Okay, that makes sense. Beyond. So allegory actually means beyond. What does gory mean then? Here, let's go to allegory. See, allegora. Agora is a open assembly place, chief public square, marketplace, a town, popular political assembly held in such a place, an assembly of the people, the place of assembly, a market. So the agora of allegory, right, is a place to assemble. So you can think of beyond place to assemble. Now, what's that gur? Root meaning to gather. So it's a place to gather. So, and there you go. Chat's going good. Video still buffering. What, my video's buffering? What am I, It's because everybody's on. Yes, 2 in 1 body. Slavonic. Chaos, confusion. There you go, Miles. See, this is the one I usually pay most attention to, is where it says, it is a hypothetical source of evidence for its existence is provided by Sanskrit, grama, heap, troop, to assemble, agora, Latin, Grex, flock, herd. That's usually the one I go to, is the one that they're talking about, the Sanskrit. Your stream sucks. It does? Algorithm. Yeah, that's awesome. Algorithm. That's awesome. So, allegory. Figurative treatment of unmentioned subject under the guise of another, similar to it in some way. From Latin allegoria. From Greek allegoria, figurative language, description of one thing under the image of another, literally a speaking about something else. From allos, another, different. Okay, now al, beyond. Look at, I don't know why I just didn't keep reading. And goria was Speak openly. Speak in the assembly. So yeah. Agora, such a place. Yep, a forum. Yeah, I was just talking. So yeah, I was explaining it. Panegyric. Eulogy. Huh. Alright, so enough of that. You're good, Paula? Good. Oh, you had to shut it and reboot it? Awesome. But yeah, okay, so now we're going to go to, where was I going to go with this? Hang on. Ace, eightfold. Hades, no, Pluto, Plu. This one right here. Okay, no, Plu is to flow. Now, we're going to go with, that's not what I wanted. Sorry. Right here. Plural, right here. Pluer, word forming element meaning pertaining to the side, pertaining to the plura. Plura. And I think I just had that up. Flank of an army, page of a book, unknown origin. Plural is word forming element meaning pertaining to the side, pertaining to plura. Okay, now plex. Plate, plex, duplex, archetype of the category compounds. Google, there we go. Google. Number represented by 1 followed by 100 zeros. In mathematics and in imagination, a layman's book of mathematics written by U.S. mathematicians, coined a year or two before by Kasner's 9 or 8-year-old nephew, unnamed in a book account of the event. When asked of the name for the enormous number, perhaps influenced by comic strip character Barney Google. Googleplex. 10 by the... Okay, now... Huh. I didn't know that. Google. God... Quadruplex. 2. In Christian theology, the totality or fullness of the Godhead. That's what pleroma is, yeah. And that's where... but I can't find what pleroma in here. Plural, pluracy... But that's where the whole side, from the side in the rib, the rib, that's how Eve was created. That's the vibration and the polarity of the pleroma, there we go, polarity. Polarization. And in part, noun action polarizer. Figuratively, we already know this. It causes two polarity. Magnets from polar and itty. What does itty mean? Itty is an element, abstract noun, quality of being. From it. Composed of tie. In cardinal numbers, 10. I didn't know that. Did oh, okay, yeah. So 70, yeah, okay. That makes sense. Zug, zig. The 10 decades. 11 and 12. The most obvious, English, like many other Germanic languages, retains traces of a base 12 number system. The most obvious instance is 11 and 12, which ought to be the first two numbers of the teens series. Their Old English forms, Enelphan and Twelfan, are more transparent. Leave 1 and leave 2. What? So tithe tenth part due as support of the clergy. English, retained in replaced ordinance, will use tenth. Huh. That was weird. No Bible story is meant to be taken literally. None of them are. None of them are. You know what I mean? Okay, now Old English also had hund for 110, hund, 120, 100 was whatever, 12 cycles. Could have bequeathed us numbers 11 and 12. I don't think so. That wouldn't have been very good. Wow. But that's not what I wasn't going after that, guys. I got sidetracked, and I'm sorry for that. I got sidetracked big time. So I was going to do the add dumb part. Right here. To outline. Right here. Check this out. Now, add dumb. I know it's pronounced, or it's written in a different way. But look at this. Fictitious. To outline, to sketch, from Latin. Sketched, shadowed, in outline. Also feigned, unreal, sham, fictitious, past participle of an adumbrar. Cast a shadow over. In painting, to represent. Okay, now add. Now add is a word-forming expression, direction toward, addition to, Latin to, toward, in space or time. With regard to, in relation to. Okay, now add is pretty much in relation to. Before AC, following consonant, affliction, also compare, whatever. Reduced to a in all cases, that whatever. Now we're going to go to umbrage, which, umbrage, shadow, darkness, shade. From Old French ombrage, shade, shadow. From noun. Okay, so oh, look at suspicion that one has been slighted is recorded by. Okay, umbrella. Yes, very good. Thank you. There it is. Umbra. Penumbra. Penumbra, partial shadow outside the complete shadow of an eclipse. So that's where we get the he asked for a rib dinner afterwards. But so that's that atom. Now I'm going to do the atom. Okay, biblical name for the progenitor of the human race, Adam, man, literally the one formed from the ground. Adama, ground. Compare Latin homo, man, humanus, human, humus, earth, ground. The name was also used to signify the evil inherent in human nature as a consequence of Adam's fall. Now, right there tells you that we are the fallen. We are the fallen angels of the Bible. You know, that's where I put two and two together, was right there. And other qualities, nakedness, gardening, associated with the biblical Adam. Adam's ale, water, is from to not know. Adam means red. Is that what you just said? Middle English was Addy, hence Addison. Other old pet forms were Adkin, Adcock, surnames Adamite, potter's clay, right. Human being, descendant of Adam, the biblical first man, from Adamite, used in 16 to represent a perfectionist sects in groups that practice nudism, cast off their petticoats and breeches, recalling the state of Adam before the fall. They sprang up in North Africa, in Central Europe. Okay, yeah, whatever. Okay, so, and then I think I was going to go to, no, producer, one who produces, agent from produce. Lilith, evil spirit in medieval Hebrew folklore, the first wife of Adam. You know, and that's the reason why they have to equate the female as having the same characteristics, the ego, as Adam, in my opinion. Right? Right. Layla, night. Oh, wow. So Lilitu, which is connected by folk etymology with Hebrew Layla, night. I didn't know that. So Lilith is the night, right? Lilt. Let's see what lilt means. To lift up is what lilt means. Lily-livered. Are you lily-livered? What we got here? Lilith didn't cook or clean, so she got divorced. Lived in a cave with lots of cats. Right? Britches are overrated, just saying. You got that right. Eve means even too. Nice. Folklore. Ops. Taurus means red. Cross earth sign. What's up, Wobbly 432? Nice to see you. Oompa Loompa. I like that one. Yeah, that's nice. I love gardening without my britches. Jerry Lewis, right. Like Trump's red skin paint turned orange. Atom, red earth, very good. Yes. Eve, electron, atom, splitting. Yes, I mean, you can see it in all of these different aspects, and that's just like everything in our paradigm, isn't it? You know, we can think of what is on the out as what is in the in. You know what I mean? 1 to 1.1618 or 1.618. That's the phi ratio. Yes. And what was I going here for? I can't even remember. Oh yeah, I was going to show you guys. Oh, this is what I was going to do yesterday, but I didn't get to show you. Okay, now check this out. Okay, we're looking southeast. Okay, there's Orion's Nebula, Rigel, right? Orion. Wonder why it isn't showing Orion. Okay, but we're gonna go. Okay, we're doing slow motion because I wanted to show you how it works for us here. Okay, we're gonna turn a little southeast, right? Okay, now watch. Whoa, a little too fast. Are we going up or down? Okay, now watch how the parade of the sun and moon and how it changes and how it crisscrosses and zigzags across our sky. And what it creates. Maxie, is this a live number? White people get burned in the sun and turn red also. Yes, we do. You pick up what I dropped? I don't know what I was going to show here, but whatever. Can you remote it though? What are you guys talking about? Look at the spirals. Woo. Look at it. We're going to the singular. Oh, hang on. We're going to the singularity of. Look at that. Boom. There's the North Star right here. And look at, we're going in a spiral. Whoa, I'm getting dizzy. Stop this MFer. Stop it. It's kind of cool though. Here, we're gonna. Whoa, we're really jamming now. Boop. Doop, 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 doop. Isn't that crazy though? Look at the one star. Polaris. And what is Polaris, guys? What did I just show you guys? Polaris. Polarity. Huh? That is our, is that not, okay, now this is, I've thought of this earlier in a comment. I went to pie, yeah, that sounds good. Stop talking about food around me. please. I went to I was commenting on a video earlier today, and I turned it into a frickin' dissertation like I always do with my comments. But we the one becomes two through the vibrational energy of its whatever of the Okay, so how did I put it? Oh, okay, the Fibonacci sequence. Okay, right. So we got 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 13. Now you see that? The 1 goes to the 13 through the 1, turning into 2, which enables the 3, skips the 4 because God knows more, and arrives at the 5. And the 5 is represented as from the 3, right? Which makes the 8 that is within you and me. And the 8 are the archetypes of the Sephirotic tree. Okay? And from the 5, we stay alive through the 8 to arrive at 13. Because 13 is the prodigal son, the one, the only, the Son of Man, the Son of God, which is the only one, which is within me, which is within you. And it's all of us. You know, the whole damn zoo. Right? 5 means penti, as in Pentecost. Yes, 5 is what is our process through the 7, right? Which is 12, right? Because look at 6 fears, 7 cause, 7, 8, 9, right? Exactly. And that's okay. Now the one is right here, right? The 1 point. And then we got the 2. And then we got the 3. And what did we just show? The hydrogen triangle is at the top of the Sephirotic tree. The doorway to it's above every doorway to every church. Is the top of the Sephirotic tree right here. Am I right or am I wrong? Right? That's the 108, 36, 36 Pythagorean triangle. Correct? So then we get this, with the Teperoth is Deot, is knowing, is the Duat, right? But I find this kind of cool too, how it creates an X right here. But that's the Tetragrammaton, you know. 4 is absent from the Fibonacci, doesn't exist. Why isn't it used for time? No, 4 is used. 4 is God. 4 is the 4 is the number that 3 skips to 5. You know, I don't know how to explain that. Maybe more than 1. The doo-wop. The doo-wop. Yeah, the doo-wop, right. Doo-wop, doo-wop. Okay, now, you know how you know, like Matt LaCroix likes to say that heaven was rulership or kinglyship or royalty was lowered from heaven? Because this is heaven, the doo-wop, or the pleroma, the crown. Well, I don't know if it's because heaven's above that. Right? Heaven's in the house of bread, right above that, correct? So, here, let me get up a different one. The Kether is the crown. Or the Kether is the crown, right? Right? Bina is the or is the wisdom, right? Or is it the understanding? But anyway, you see that? What are you guys talking about? Now you got me. And time backwards is emit like radiation. So time and space, chronos, and Rhea like area. Nice. Four. What are you guys talking about? Alchemy 4 is female. Time 3 is male. Okay, now we're gonna have to look this up now. Okay, we're gonna go. But I mean, in the rebus, you see the rebus as the 3 becomes 4. Yeah, it's like the serpent mound is represented. Yes, emit time. Yes. Here we're gonna go 4. One more than 3, we know that. Twice times 2, the number which is 1 more than 3. A symbol representing the number. 4 times. Fed wars. Ver. Form. Phonetic evolution of Germanic forms from has not been fully explained. Explains the F as being the following number. To be on all fours is, okay, 4-letter word. Euphemism. We already know what that is. 4 in hand. Loosely tied necktie. It is attested to study the history of the 4 kings. Contains 411 essential information. 4 color problem. The 4-minute mile. Hang on. What the hell? Okay, so 4. We're not going to find it right there. 4 eyes, 4 door, 4 wheeled, 4 square, 4 footed, 4 corners. We're not going to find it there. So we got to go to 4. I got to get you guys out of my way for a second here. Oh, that's what it is. 4, that's what, duh. 4 is our, it's our, yeah, duh. It's, it's the 4 elements, you know, it's what makes up everything in the physical. So yeah, you could be right. You could be right about the time thing. I think you might be right. What are 4 elements of nature? But there's more to it than that. It's the 4 aspects of our psyche too. It's the happiness, the depression, the anger, the what else is there? The desire. What else is it? There's something else too. Yes, that's what love is. That is correct. The 5 elements of fire, water, air, earth, spirit. Or you can think of it as elemental primer, the 4 elements, spirit alchemy. This is why I say love is dead. Love is not dead, brother. I love you. I don't know where you're going with that, but you know, love isn't dead. Far from it. Far from it, my brother. From another mother. 8 elements of nature. Now this is what the 8 is representing right here. No, not that. I want to... Here, we got to go... Elements of human... Right here. According to Glenn, these elements were used by Hippocrates in describing the human body with an association with the 4 humors. Yellow bile, black bile. That's not what I'm looking at. The 4 elements of alchemy. Alchemy for elements of the human. Alchemy, balance. Cornerstones of the psyche. Astrology, 4 elements. This looks like a pretty cool paper. Might as well look into it. Okay, this is a Origins of Alchemy, Alchemical Process of Transformation. Nigel Hamilton. Huh. I'm going to have to look at that later. Okay. Okay, we'll go to the 8 elements of nature. Let's see if it says it. No. Okay, we're gonna go because the 8 it pertains to what's inside of us, but it also pertains to the 7, the mentalism, the correspondence, the vibration, the polarity, the rhythm, the cause and effect, and the gender, and then the whole thing as a whole is the one. Just like the 12 zodiac symbol, the 12 signs in the sky, and then the one, the 12 and the 1 is the 13. That's how it's represented as the Last Supper painting, right? So we're going to go. Love is the biggest frequency we know, right? You're correct there. Symbolism in our logo. The 8 represents the infinite pulsation of the universe. The lotus butterfly represents the unfoldment of self-rising. Okay, yeah. 8 and the West refer to many Eastern traditions unifying opposing dual balancing forces. This is what it's about right here, guys. In our name, the 8 and the West. The 8 in the West points to the emergent movements of natural cycles and laws. 8 as caduceus. 8 also represents the pair's opposites in the caduceus as the 2 serpents spiraling upward. Representing illness and health, healing and poison, they are hermetic and homeopathic. The complementary nature of these dual forces operate in the universe as male-female yin and yang. The 2 facing serpents have also been said to be symbols for water and fire, 2 opposing elements. But water and fire are one and the same when you're speaking in a spiritual sense. Earth is dynamic equilibrium. The wings evoke the spiritual and spatial dimensions linked to the fourth element, sky, wind, and air. Or air. Hermes was the god of alchemists, for whom this unification of dual force opposites was a fundamental credo in which the element Mercury held center stage. By extension, the caduceus has been associated with chemistry and pharmacy. The caduceus is also associated with communication, eloquence, trade, and commerce. The traditional attributions of Hermes, messenger for the gods, who carries the Kerykeion or caduceus, protector of all merchants, thieves, journalists, tricksters, and inventors. Today we use the image as an entwined serpent as a sign of medicine, carried over from these ancient times. The 8 directions of feng shui. Feng shui is an enticing composite of mythical beliefs, astrology, folklore, deep intuition, energy flows. This isn't getting us anywhere. 8 principles of acupuncture: hot, cold, wet, dry, excess, deficient, yin and yang. So that is the same as the yin and yang, or the opposing dual opposite forces within us. We have our ego and we have our spiritual, or we have our male and our female, or we have our anger and happiness. We have our everything has got an opposite. It's not the opposite though. They are just the same thing, just in different magnitudes. That's what the magnetism part of it is about. You know what I mean? And did you guys know that? Oh, here we go. Spirit element link is fire. Fire is often spirit elements. This is what I wanted to figure out right here. I don't want to take no quiz. Come on. I don't want to read something long either. They got us a list. No list. Okay. 5 elements: fire, water, spirit. Spirit, I guess you could think of as the ether too, right? But I mean, ether elements, symbolic meanings, symbols, and meanings. Okay, so here we're gonna go AC, the 8. What did you say? AC 8. What goes around comes around, right? Dark sayings are spoke by cardinal minded, right? Right can't have one side coin, right? Crickets. Crickets. What are you saying crickets for? You have to give to receive, right? It's yep. We are spot on, boys. When is Neil Diamond going to start having his Christmas show again? I don't know. Money can't buy you love. Right, ain't that the truth? There are wooden nickels, right? Or what's the pieces of eight? You know, that's the pirates used to say that. Pieces of eight, right? Here, I got one for you. We're gonna go to we're gonna go to here. We're gonna go to the emerald tablets. I gotta get rid of you guys for a second. Oh, tablets. No, tablets. Yes, tablets. Okay. Oops. Okay, supplementary right here. Tablet 14. Now ye assemble, my children, waiting to hear the secret of secrets. No, that ain't it. That ain't it. For each arose from the source of all. Darkness is disorder, light is order. Darkness transmuted is light of the light. This, my children, your purpose in being. Transmutation of darkness to light. Hear ye now the mystery of nature, the relations of life to the earth where it dwells. Know ye are threefold in nature, physical, astral, and mental in one. Now, this is the setup in which all things are, guys. I mean, and it's spot on, because you can think of it as magnetism flowing in our bodies and in the astral plane as well. You know, that's what all of this is about. You know, and three are the natures of mind: carrier it of the will of the great one, arbitrator of cause and effect in thy life. That means that the natures of our mind are the things that determine our will of the great one. And we are the arbitrator. Our mind is the arbitrator of what will be done on earth as it is in heaven. So that's where the whole cause and effects thing comes in, because we have the will to do good or we have the will to do bad. And if our goodwill is not if we're not hunting our goodwill can go astray, right? Right? How you use the power, right? Thank you, Mr. I will be sure to check that out. Sounds interesting. The Sands of Time. Does it matter? The matter, really. Does the High Priestess card go with this one? Kate Bush, circa 79 was hot. Yep. To return. Pay it forwards, real shit. Right. X marks the spot. Correct. The Kate Bush Christmas special from 1979 on YouTube. Nice. Emerald Tablet Secret Formula. What is that? I've never seen that before, so we're going to check it out. The 7-stepped Emerald Tablet Alchemy. What? Oh. Okay, here's the Emerald Tablet. The one tablet. The Emerald Tablet, truly without deceit, certain and most veritable. That which is below corresponds to that which is above, and that which is above corresponds to that which is below. To accomplish the miracles of the one thing, and just as all things come from this one thing, through the meditation of one mind, so do all created things originate from this one thing, through transformation. Its father is the sun, its mother the moon. The wind carries it in its belly. Its nurse is the earth. It is the origin of all. The consecration of the universe, its inherent strength is perfected. If it is turned into earth. Separate the earth from heaven, the subtle from the gross. Gently and with great ingenuity. Ingenuity. Is that what it says? Ingenuity. It rises from earth to heaven and descends again to earth, thereby combining within its the powers of both the above and the below. That's the heart and the mind. right? Thus will you obtain the glory of the whole universe. All obscurity will be clear to you. This is the greatest force of all powers, because it overcomes every subtle thing and penetrates every solid thing. It in this way was the universe created. From this will come many wondrous applications, because this is the pattern. Therefore am I called thrice greatest Hermes, having all three parts of the wisdom of the whole universe. Herein have I completely explained the operation of the sun. I gotta read this again. That which is okay. I don't want to read that. Through meditation of one mind, so do all created things originate from this one thing. Through transformation, its father is the sun, its mother is the moon. The wind carries in its belly. Its nurse is the earth. In it is the origin of all. The consecration of the universe, its inherent strength is perfected. What does that mean? The consecration of the universe, its inherent strength is perfected. If it is turned into earth. What does that mean? Separate the earth from heaven, the subtle from the gross, gently and great ingenuity walks on 4 legs in morning, 2 in afternoon, and 3 legs in the evening. Nice. Thereby combining within it the powers of both the above and the below. Huh. Yeah. You're talking about the life, death, and our life, birth, life, and death aspect of man, right? Miles, is that what you're talking about? Threefold nature of man, the Sphinx. Yes. Well, the threefold nature of man is what? Father, Son. What are you guys talking about? Okay. Answer is man. I don't know. Uh. Alrighty then. I guess that's it. Hang on. What's up, Scratch? How you doing? How you doing, buddy? Anybody want to ring for a couple $100,000 there? I think it was. I don't know. I just got the winds knocked out of my sails for some reason. I don't know why. Okay, you guys do understand that the pyramid and why? What's up, Scratch? What's been going on, bud? You know, like you can think of Egypt as the place where our souls are turned into slaves, meaning it's the ego. You know, that's why Moses freed the slaves or the Israelites from Egypt, because Egypt is our ego, right? And Moses is the light. Moses is the the light. The first line, built I the Great Pyramid, is a clear expression concerning an unambiguous assignment of the project ownership. Have findings confirmed this possibility, least of all the Great Pyramid, within which no inscription referring to the builders was ever found? The only exception are some symbols found on the back, and these are said to be forgeries, or put there later. Thoth is the Ibis, Egypt, late period, public domain. What is your guys' opinion on the Book of Thoth? You know, I think the Book of Thoth is our mind, is our Akashic record, right? What do you mean? What happened, Scratch? Hang on, what happened, buddy? Oh, man, I'm sorry to hear that, brother. Sorry to hear that, man. You know, we should look at the meaning of Moses. Okay, I will. I will. Moses is described as here. I'll show you guys. Definition of Moses: a Hebrew prophet who led the Israelites out of Egypt's slavery, Mount Sinai. Definitions of Moses. What is the meaning of Moses? Moshe, which is most likely derived from Egyptian mes, meaning son, but could also possibly mean deliver in Hebrew. The biblical Moses was drawn out of the Nile by the Pharaoh's daughter and adopted into the royal family at a time when the Israelites were slaves in Egypt. So, yeah, thank you. That was awesome. Meaning, origin. Here, we'll go to this and see. Gender, masculine, from Hebrew name, which is most likely drew out, deliver. Suggested in Old Testament of drew out, Masha, is probably an invented etymology. The biblical Moses was drawn out of the Nile. You know, his brother is Aaron. Now you know what Aaron is. Aaron, the rod of Aaron, is our spine or our backbone. You know, the upright person to the truth. And wow. The biblical Moses was drawn out of the Nile by the Pharaoh's daughter and adopted into the royal family at a time when the Israelites were slaves in Egypt. With his brother Aaron, he demanded the Pharaoh release the Israelites, which was only done after God sent 10 plagues upon Egypt. Moses led the people across the Red Sea and to Mount Sinai, now where he had received the 10 commandments from God. After 40 years of wandering in the desert, people reached Canaan, the promised land, but Moses died just before entering it. So, what are you guys talking about? Sorry. Spine, yes. You're a slave to your cat. Moses' spin turned into a snake. Book of Jasher, Book of the Upright. Nice. I got a pig poker. Could represent drawn from the healing waters if the pineal pituitary. Yeah. Maxi fish water. Okay, so Moses is the son, but could also possibly mean deliver. So we will go to here. We're gonna go to gematria, huh? Let's do a little gematria. Oops. Oops. Gematria calculator. Not gonna go to that one. I think it's, which one is it? Reversal ordinal. I think it's this one. Yep, this is the one. Okay, now check this out, guys. Now, I think I've shown you guys this before. So we're going to enter... I entered... Now, I'm going to tell this again just for anybody who hasn't heard it. One night, it was last New Year's Eve. I 2/22 am here on 22nd. Nice. Nice. Rakatamata. This word was spoken. I seen it the day before in a dream, and this word was typed by a guy named Architect, who is now, his name is Rakatamata. He's changed it. But my number is 333, you guys, okay? You see this? 333. Now, that number came to me, or that word came to me in the day before, and then he typed it in, and I said, wait a minute. Back up, back the truck up. I need to know why you had that name in there, right? I like this word, Musafer. Musafer. Okay, so then we're looking through this, and I'm like, okay, yeah, God is mine, I am that I am. So I'm like, okay, well, this geometric thing's pretty cool. So elect father, I think these words on the left right here are associated or closely associated words to the same number, right? Is that what that is? And then the most popular ones are on the top. Shut up, Max. You knew my number was 333. Okay, so then check this out, guys. Now, we were just reading the Emerald Tablets of Thoth, right? So I enter my name. And this is how the journey or path is personal for everybody. This is my personal path. So I enter this, and I calculate gematria. And nothing big comes up, 1307, English gematria. So then I go down, and look at this. See this? Adam el Ahim Serbert Zer Adam is the finishing prayer to get you into it's the key to Shambhala. And I can prove that by reading it on the Emerald Tablets. You know what I mean? So, or I can just go right here. I can go here, go into Google, and write the key to Shambhala. Key to Shambhala, right here, is the first time. Let me see. Shambhala located. What is it? How do I spell Shambhala? Who wrote Shambhala? Key to Shambhala. Here. New to Shambhala. Shambhala is the place where stillness is oh, come on. Really? Gotta fucking go through all this. Oh, Shambhala Path, Shambhala Buddhist Centers, Enlightened Society. Why? Come on. Where is Shambhala located? Shambhala can be reached. Mystery of the Key. Shambhala is a common mythical paradise that is constantly talked about in ancient texts, including Kala Chakra, Tantra, and ancient scriptures such as Zhang Zung, whatever that is, Zhang Zhung or whatever, a culture which spread Tibetan Buddhism in western Tibet. The word has a Sanskrit root, which means place of peace or place of silence. Legend has it that only people with a pure heart can live in the place where love and wisdom are rulers, and where people are insusceptible to sufferings or griefs. It is also known as the Land of 1,000 Names, as many names are labeled to this place, some of which are the Forbidden Land, the Land of White Waters, Land of Radiant Spirits, Land of Wonders, Land of Living Gods, Land of Living Fire, all of this, Worthy Ones, Hindu, whatever, Wang Chung, everybody Wang Chung tonight. So yeah, it's the place of peace. It is the place. Shambhala is the just like any other mythical concept, the idea has outer, inner, and alternative meanings too. The outer meaning is thought of as a physical place where only the people with the right karma can reach and experience. The inner and alternative meanings are thought of more as the state of one's own body and mind, inner and meditative. 9 rules. And look there's 9 rules passed down from ancient Sanskrit for being a good human. Should we get into these? Now, these are just telling you how to live now. You just got to, I don't know if you want to be told, but with yourself. In one of your sessions with yourself, did you ever think that life could be a game and there are rules to follow? Nobody comes with a user manual to live life the right way, but certain guidelines do help to keep things better. Here are guidelines passed down from Sanskrit. 1, your body is your own. Your life is your life. Know it while you have it. Whether you love your life or you hate your life, it is your life. And what you do is what your life is made of. Nice. There are opportunities for lessons. You are always on a learning curve, and everything you do will be a learning experience. It is necessary to learn things that are relevant to your life. No mistakes, only lessons. Life is full of trial and error and constant experimentation, so there is no such thing as a sure shot. Anything can happen. You might fail. Some might give you the statistics that you are going to succeed 99%, but there is still 1% chance that you can fail. But consider that as a mistake. Rather, take it as a lesson to learn. You need compassion in your soul to recover from harsh judgment and forgiveness in your heart to erase the emotional debt. Living ethically with integrity and humor is essential to change the perspective from failure to lessons. Lesson until learned. Lessons are a repeated process. It goes on until someone learns it. Problems and challenges are lessons too. They repeat until you learn from them. It will always be a lesson to execute this rule of your life. You need to be aware and you need to have the innate ability to change things. You should never think of things that happen to you as the work of fate. Things happen to you because of your choices. Things happen to you because of your choices and what you are. It is only an escape to blame others and others' factors for the things that happen to you. It is a psychological play of dealing with problems. Be patient and give chance for your own abilities to change things. In the matter of time, you will realize something. There is no stop to learning. There is always a lesson to be learned till the time you breathe your last breath. And consider it to be a process of learning and change, and commit to that process. You need to be flexible to do things in your life. If you stay rigid, then you won't be able to experience new possibilities in life. Not there, here. As the saying goes, grass is greener on the other side. It might be the case, but just that grass is green doesn't mean it's the key to happiness. You need to appreciate what you have and where you have gotten to. And it is up to you if you want to improve on what you have. It's not good to compare yourself and your happiness to that of others. Happiness is a relative term. Now that's just like, thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife and all that other shit, right? Others are only mirrors of you. Here's my biggest one right here. There will always be love and hate in this world. But know that what you love or hate about others can be because of what you love or hate about yourself. Not everyone is like you. Accept others and be self-aware. There will be negative experiences. Embrace it rather than sulk into it. Supporting others is necessary to support yourself. Others are mirrors of you. 8. It is up to you what you want to do with life. You need to understand that resources and tools you have with you so that you can know what you want to do with life. If you change things, let it go. If you can't change things, let it go. Anger will only clutter your mind in your decisions. Stay calm. We are all courageous, but not everyone knows it. Have the courage to do what you think is right and what might be ethical. Embrace life as you go. There are answers inside you. Ever had a hunch or an instinct that you thought of doing something or that something might be right or wrong? Trust it. Hear your inner voice, but don't blindly follow it. Get reasons along to back your inner voice. Your voice and feelings can be your natural inspiration. That's very, very spot on. So I like that. That one was good. I'm glad I read that. You know, even though it's cliche, right? I mean, everybody knows. I mean, they're inherent. I mean, okay, Shambhala, Golden Age prophecy. Who's Captain Lee Rapture? Okay, so Buddhist. Okay, now I was gonna go into the. Damn it. Okay, the full text of the Emerald Tablets of Thoth, Key of Wisdom, Key to Shambhala, right here. Right here. Now, remember I was just showing you that a literal translation or interpretation, South the Atlantean, Halls of Amenti, which one was I going to go to? The Key of Time, preface. Wow, this one kind of sucks. Yeah, that one kind of sucks. We're going to go to a different one. Right here, this one. I think this is it. Threefold nature in man, heart. I think I was on the right one. Secret of life, relinquished only by the will of the adept when his purpose in living is done. Okay, thus is formed the threefold being, directed from above by the power of four. Okay, now here we go. This is why I inherently or instinctually wanted to go to this, because I remember this now. Three are the natures of mind, carrier it of the will of the Great One, arbitrator of cause and effect in thy life. Thus is formed the threefold being, directed from the above by the power of four. Above and beyond man's threefold nature lies the realm of the spiritual self. Four is it in quality, shining in each of the planes of existence. But 13 in one, the mystical number. Based on the qualities of man are the brothers. Each shall direct the unfoldment of being. Each shall channels be of the Great One. On earth, man is in bondage, bound by space and time to the earth plane. Encircling each planet, a wave of vibration binds him to his plane of unfoldment. Yet within man is the key to releasement. Within man may freedom be found. When ye have released the self from the body, rise to the outermost bounds of your earth plane. Speak ye the word, Dor-e-lil-la. Then for a time your light will be lifted. Free may ye pass the barriers of space. For a time of half the sun, 6 hours. Free may ye pass the barriers of earth plane. See and know those who are beyond thee. Yeah, to the highest worlds may ye pass. See your own possible heights of unfoldment. Know all earthly futures of soul. Bound are ye in your body, but by the power ye may be free. This is the secret whereby bondage shall be replaced by freedom for thee. Calm let thy mind be. At rest be thy body. Conscious only of freedom from flesh. Center thy being on the goal of thy longing. Think over and over that thou wouldst be free. Think of this word, Laum il gone over, and over in thy mind. Let it sound. Drift with the sound of the place of thy longing, free from the bondage of flesh by thy will. Hear ye, while I give the greatest of secrets. Now ye may enter the halls of Amenti, enter the place of the immortals as I did. Stand before the lords in their places. Lie down at rest thy body. Calm thy mind so no thoughts disturb thee. Pure must ye be in mind and in purpose, else only failure will come unto thee. Vision Amenti as I have told in my tablets. Long with fullness of heart to be there. Stand before the Lord's in thy mind's eye. Pronounce the words of power I give mentally. You know, you do this in your mind. Maket el Shabel, el Serben, el Sabrut, Zin Ephraim, Quer el. Relax thy mind in thy body, then be sure your soul will be called. Now give I the key to Shambhala, the place where my brothers live in the darkness but filled with the light of the sun. This is the place where we're talking about, guys. This is the abyss, the underworld, or the abyss, the darkness where the light shines, and that's our mind. That's, guides for ye when my day is done. Leave thou thy body as I have taught thee. Pass to the barriers of the deep hidden place. Stand before the gates of their guardians. Command thy entrance by these words. I am the light. In me is no darkness. Free am I of the bondage of night. Open thou the way of the 12 and the one, so I may pass to the realm of wisdom. When when they refuse thee, as surely they will, command them to open by these words of power. I am the light. For me are no barriers. Open I command by the secret of secrets. Here it is, right here. Edam el Elhim, Serbert Zer Adam. Then if thy words have been truth of the highest, open for thee the barriers will fall. Now I leave thee, my children. Down yet up to the halls shall I go. Win ye the way to me, my children. Truly my brothers shall ye become. Thus finish I my writings. Keys let them be to those who come after, but only to those who seek my wisdom. For only for these am I the key and the way. That is awesome. Now that is awesome. That is the key to Shambhala. Now tell me that ain't sweet. My name comes up this. My name is this prayer. And have you guys ever heard the hang on. Maybe I should close it. How is my is the buffering okay? I'm going to read chat here in a second. I want to get back to this. Gematria. Right here. Okay, now I wanted to get back to this. Now I'm just going to enter my name. And then maybe we'll enter... God, I can't type my name though when you guys are talking here. Okay, now, you see that? There's that prayer right here. Right? Now, have you ever heard the prophecy of the white buffalo? Okay? White stone. That's my last name, White Stone. You know what I mean? Shakti is now black woman goddess. I'm not a black woman goddess, but we're going to go to Hebrew. Oh, playing dangerous games. Q is playing dangerous. Oh, Fucius, secret keys. That's the 13th sign. Okay, now we'll see what's on the top of the list for the next one. What's this? Okay, now I'm going to read chat. What are you guys talking about? Don't let this wacky stuff drive you off the cliff into crazy land. I'm not. But I mean, come on. Yeah, Zin Uru. There you go. I'll enter that word. There you go. I can't type. I gotta move this. Zin Uru. Jesus child. Nice. Now, I can go to etymology. Watch this. I'll go to etymology now. And I'll type in the same thing. And watch this. You guys are going to be freaking uru. Watch what comes up, guys. Look at that. Orion. Urana. Urana. The light of heaven. Another Greek name for the constellation was Candeon. Oh, and there you go. Because it's Adam Cadman. That's why they had Adam Cadman. Are totally stupid of their own religion and beliefs. Q is just part of the Zion. Yeah, it's just a... White Buffalo is Philosophia. Nice. Philosopher's Stone. Correct. We own the Lollapalooza. Correct. What's too late? What were we talking about? Si perfectos? Say perfectos? The 13th constellation is man, yes, man wrestling with the serpent. And that's wrestling with our ego because the serpent represents knowledge or wisdom. And the more wisdom you get, the more wise you get, you tend to get filled with egoistic or egoism and whatnot. They will die screaming to support their totalitarian corporate controllers who are directly opposed to Jesus' teaching. Antichrist is pretty ridiculous. The Antichrist is our ego. That's plain and simple what it is. Everybody has an Antichrist inside of them. You know what I mean? Everybody has an Antichrist inside of them. Everybody does. You know, everybody has God inside them too. That's what the will is. God's will be done as on earth as it is in heaven, because God is will, our goodwill hunting. You know, that's what it's all about. You know, we put a right arm in, we put a right arm out. Right? I was singing the Hokey Pokey last night, but that's, you know, all of it's the same, that over and over and over. What did you guys want me to look at? Okay, we'll look at I showed you guys this too. Anu, what comes up there, Orion, okay, and you know, Anubis. You know, Anubis is a jackal-headed god of Egyptian, identified later Greeks with the Hermes, from Greek Anubis, from Anepu. You know, and that's what An means. An is the derivative of the first. An means first. An is a inflections words beginning with vowels from old one, lone, also used as a prefix to single lone, anborn, anhorn, unicorn, one. One being but a single unit or individual, being a single person thing. Mentioned as a pronoun, annual, once, yes. 9 circle, point. Let's see what circle. Circa. Okay, circle's good enough. About, at, or near. When, the exact time. Skr. See, now this is what I'm talking about right here. When these words have the star by them. To cut. Okay, circadian. Oh, yeah. What were the... Cicada. There we go. Cicada. Cicada. Popular name for many insects which make a rhythmic chirping or creaking. Oh. Noise. Late. Cicada. Cicada, tree, cricket. Not native word, perhaps a loan word from substrate language. So it is a rhythmic thing. So cicada, remember we were looking that up with Aaron? What else? You guys got one? 17 years and then hatch. Yeah, free press. Did you post that? And I appreciate that. My middle name is how I ask the checks to be written. Cash. Scotty Cash Boy. Oh, there you go. Anunnaki. Right here. Oh, it's not going to show it because I know what Anu. Okay, so we'll go to noon. Noon, woman devoted to religious life under vows, celibacy, poverty and obedience to a superior. Also Vestal, pagan priestess. Noon, tutor, originally, along with a terms to address the elderly persons, perhaps from children's speech. Nana, mother, Greek nana, aunt, mother, Italian, nonna, nanny. But noon is the woman devoted to religious under vows of celibacy. So the waters of noon are, I think there's more to it. I think there's another word down here. Because I think that's a noun, there's a verb, isn't there? Huh. So, anu, or so we'll go na. So what's na mean? Na means couple for sodium, for Latin natrium. what's NAA? We know what nab, to catch by sudden grasp, seize suddenly. N. 14th letter of the English alphabet, nitrogen, Middle English, commonly newt. Oh wow, that's kind of weird. Because newt is the atmosphere, I think. Because the newt is that what it is? In late, commonly were joined noun that is word beginning caused. Such words ought divided. Ought to be divided. Nickname newt. Dialectal not. Belongs to preceding indefinite article of possessive pronoun mine. Other examples from English manuscripts include, what are we looking at? N? Nonce. By, near. Okay, so we're going to go on. In a position above and in contact with, in such a position as to be supported by, position to cover, adverb, on and on and on. Okay, there it was on. Preposition. Okay, what are you guys talking about? What's up, Joyce? Are you serious? How you doing? Tweaker and the Monkey Man. Crow's Foot and Eye of Newt. What was that movie that just came out? I just thought of this. This is the same thing Elon Musk has been saying. Wonder if he is having the same crazy spell I had in 2012. Cruising 8 Mile Detroit. Basic sucks. It's like dial-up block. 693-936-369. I had in my brain that the next cycle will be a new life form, sentient machines. Humans will be wiped out. I doubt that. There's no way. There's no way, because we're all one. You know, we are all one, and the one would not allow that. That's why the cycle is a cycle in and of itself. The further we get from God, the more pestilence and shit will be on earth as it is in heaven. And that is due to the will of our choices, because we have the free will. And if we choose to go away from the source is going to, let be what will be, because God is not an interrupter of anything. If we're going to shit in our own backyard, there's not going to be a freaking, God isn't going to come by with a fucking bucket and a mop and clean up after us. That's what the free will is. I mean, nobody's free in this world. I understand that. But we have the ability to go to and fro. And what are we doing with our planet? What are we doing with our shit? You know what I mean? What are we doing? We're not doing anything to help anybody out other than ourselves. And what's that? What's that? Our ego. We keep feeding our ego, which is what? The devil. And what happens with that? Our ego needs to get in the back seat. And our freaking goodwill hunting needs to drive. Right? Service to self is doing nothing for our species. And that's what I think that meant when I was reading that the 9 things to a peaceful, existence. And when we shit, or the Emerald Tablet, when was like I knew the future and had to help it come to pass or something. Which wolf drew you feed? Which wolf do you feed? Yeah, exactly. Ego is a bitch. Yes, it is. Service to self is what's going on, And ego lives in us. As lived is devil. Correct. Exactly. Very good. Isn't that a bitch? Because live is evil and lived is devil. Perfect. Perfect. Just like your name, 1111. It's the same on both sides. And that's how we have to understand that the magnitude within us is within us and it's about us. The magnitude, hot and cold, are the same fucking thing, just on different magnitudes. You know what I mean? Right? Everything is the same, just on different magnitudes. And that's the same thing as Orion to us on Earth. You know? When we look up at Orion, what do we see? We see the X and the cross, the chi, the life force. Because that's what X means. Here, I'll show you. X. A letter which, through found in Saxon words, begins no word in the English language. Most English words beginning in X are Greek in origin. See chi. Or modern commercial coinages, for initial. So we go to, and X also, that's why X, triple X and rated X and, all this other shit, right? And X marks the spot, and prosaic, we got all that. Chi, right here, chi. 22nd letter in the Greek alphabet, representing the KH sound, or ch. The letter is shaped like an X. And so the Greek letter name was used figuratively to signify such a shape or arrangement, as in chasma, two things placed crosswise, chiastos, arranged diagonally marked with an X. To mark an X to write the letter X. Some dialects use chi to represent the KS sound properly belonging to XI. Value chi in Latin derived alphabet. Now that English, so like Xmas or Chiasmos or, it's just, it goes on and on. So chi is the life force, which is the X in our sky, which is the hourglass, the inverse of the toroid. Right? I wonder if Thanos is in here. I don't think so. No. Did I spell Thanos right? Look at it. Look at what comes up. That was weird. Okay, electronics abbreviation altering current, direct current, as slang for bisexual, said to have been in use orally from the notion of working. Abyss. Wow, look at that. That shows up. So this is why depths of the earth or sea, primordial chaos, early as abime, depths of the earth or sea, bottomless pit, hell. See, now did you see that? Depths of the earth or sea, primordial chaos, early. Depths of earth or sea, bottomless pit, hell. Both are from Latin, abyssus, bottomless pit, bottomless pool. Abyssos, bottomless, unfathomed, hence generally enormous, unfathomable. Also a noun, he abyssos, the great depth, the underworld, the bottomless pit. This is a compound of a without, bottom, without bottom, a word of uncertain origin, possibly related to bathos, depth, right? Suggests connection with the root of bottom. The current form of English, partial relatinized Greek abyssos, was used in Septuagint. Now, what did we figure out what Septuagint was? Right? What was Septuagint? 7 something. Original chaos, and was used in the New Testament for hell. Bada bing, bada boom. Right. Remains the ordinary form. Seemingly bottomless gulf. So a actually means on, in, into. As in alive, above, asleep, aback, abroad, afoot. Of is off, from, as anew, afresh, akin, abreast. Children was swapped in hospital. What are you guys talking about? 7 something, yeah. 7 dwarfs, right. Septuagint is Greek Bible. Oh, it is? Nice. But it has to do with the loop of 7. Bird-headed freaks, dude. Yep. Bird-headed freaks. But, you know, away, form, Latin, off, of, away from. The usual form of Latin before consonants as in avert, avocation. It is also the A in priority and the A in Thomas A. Kempis. A, not, without. And, not. The alpha privative. Root, ni. Not, meaning not. Deny, ought. See? Now these are... Don't get started on 7, right? I don't want to. I don't want to get started on 7 again. Because, you know, that'll get me off on a tizzy. So, okay, where were we at? I don't know why I got sidetracked there again. Okay, chi. Now, chi... Huh, I didn't know that. Euros. Dry, withered. Freaky bird-looking MO wants so me giddy. Brian Johnson came from Dunstan 3 miles away from me. What's up, Paul? Let's not lose track of what we were here for. Right, the Maxi poking. Snow White and the 7 Dwarves. It's all astrology, 7 planets. It's not all astrology and 7 planets. 7 is the loop of creation. 7 is the Hermetic principles. That is the archetypes of which, or it is the process, or the loop, because the 7 is the mentalism. You can think of 7 as the tree of life, the 10 and the 13, or the 13 and 1, because 7 is, the 1 is mentalism, the second is correspondence, and that means what's above is below, what's in is without, yada yada yada, and then the vibration, which is the spoken word. You know, the light is the word made flesh. So, meaning the light is what the mentalism causes the correspondence between above and below, meaning that it is our light in our mind in the abyss that creates the vibratory essence that causes polarity. That polarity then in turn ensues with rhythm, which is the material or the mineral essence of what was before polarity. You know what I mean? That is the essence, or the transformation of, because it causes the polarity of our system of the 1, the system of the down, the 1 thing needs the 2 polarity to create the rhythm or the mineral element of our existence. That mineral element then in turn, you know, the rhythm, you know, it causes, you know, because the energy is then turned into matter, which is the mineral. Then the cause and effect. So then the cause and effect creates the gender, the generation, or the regeneration. You know, the generation is the generative principle that causes, or the cause and effect causes, you know, the animal kingdom, the plants, the animals, the biosphere, and then, you know, the biosphere in that in turn creates the regenerative, the generation or the gender, the human. Then the human rises and realizes all of this. And the mentalism occurs, and it becomes self-aware of its own creation. Oh, wow, I've been talking? Yes. But it's not the sound, though. The sound is akin to the light, because the light is the only sound that the night knows. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense to you guys? And I wasn't correcting you. I was just putting it out there. That's how I see it. And I could be totally off, but I think that's how it works. And I've been pondering this for quite a long time. Words are sound, but thoughts. We are the Word made flesh. That is the beautiful thing about it, bro. Because the Word is the communication between God and the finite. The Word is Jesus. Oh, sorry. Sorry. But you know what I mean? Because the light is Jesus. So the light is a message from God to our finite mind. And when we make the coupling, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? But that's where the Word made flesh is about. That's what it's all about in the Bible. And words are vibratory. You're correct there. That's why yes, you're right. They're like a magnet. That's why in the Bible, let there be light was the first thing spoken, because it's an allegory to what we are. Let there be humans. Let there be polarity. Let there be vibration to end up to the mentalization or the mentality or the mentalism in which creates the whole system in the beginning. Because God is not what created us. It is the Son of Man. God is the creator of all, of course. But we are, oh, yeah, somebody's here to remind me that Brian's on. But I'm going to keep talking because I'm on a roll. I don't think he'd stop his live stream for me, but maybe he would. Maybe he would, but I did it last time. But light within light, that is exactly right. Because and I can prove this by we're going to go to YouTube. Maybe we can view, right here. This is light within light right here. This is what happens when you witness your creation within the creation. You understand what I'm saying here? This is the beautiful thing of how it's endless. This is the antithesis or the pinnacle. That's why pine cones in the Vatican. That's why pine cone is close to pinnacle. That's why we are the pinnacle of God's creation, because we are the thing in which the matter of fact is recreated. And that's what I'm saying with when we lose our connection to that which is. Where do you think we end up with? You know what I'm saying? Light is a coaxial circuit. So what does that mean? Coaxial. What does coaxial mean? You know what I'm saying? I wonder if we can go to Milky Way's live stream. Here we go.
It's kind of like
we're restreaming the
addict.
Now let's see how this goes.
You like it a little, and then all of a sudden it's like you can't break the cycle of it because you like it.
They keep just spoon feeding you. They spoon feed you enough just to keep you stringing along.
Yeah, exactly.
That's it.
I just see this, this agenda where they're like trying to get everybody packed into the cities. They don't want people living, out in the open and out in nature. It's like I see all this stuff going on, and it's like we need to push back on that, and more people need to try.
But what I'm getting at here is the
powerful start, because if enough people start to do it,
if you live in the negative and in the thought of down, the system of the down only keeps you. You know what I mean? Because we are a product of our own intuition. We are a product of our own. Is it restreaming the stream? It is, isn't it? Yes, fuck all outside information. You're correct. Yes, truth comes from within. Correct. It means its polarities surround each other. It couldn't think how it... Hey, what's up, guy? I'm glad you can make it, bud. Yes, if you feed the negative will overcome your thought and your mind, right?
I don't know if the word backtracking or there's a word for it, like
I know what you're saying.
Backsliding, I guess, or there whatever. I'm not a religious person, so that, but still, I understand that. I understand how when you're around it, and you think you're moving above it, but then all of a sudden you find yourself back doing some things that you're just like, you just think to yourself after,
Ken,
and you feel that heavy energy on you, and you're like, why did I do that? I know the world works on energy, and so no matter what, it's
right there, the energy that he's speaking of, guys, that energy, what do you think that energy comes from? Where do you think the thing in which the EKG machine picks up, where do you think that comes from? You know what I mean? Where do you think that comes from? Right there's proof in itself that God exists. Am I not right there? From his throne sits his footstool, where the 4 rivers flow. What are the 4 rivers? 4 rivers are the spiral arms of the galaxy.
What's going on over there, Trina?
I swear to God, we got huskies go crazy.
My dog is snoring his head off
What's up, Michelle?
next to me here. It's
I was live streaming the live stream. I mean, is this working out? I mean, is my audio effing up their audio? I mean, I'd probably get in trouble for YouTube from YouTube for this. Maybe get shut down. You know what I mean? What's up, MCF? Love you, sweetheart.
I was lucky enough.
Glad you're here.
To go, of course, but I watched the summer Solstice live from Stonehenge.
Really delusional. Oh. Okay. Yeah, I hear you. I don't want to down. I'm not gonna down anybody or talk anything about anybody. But yeah, copyright is right. I love me some Trina. I like Trina too. Trina's good. I like them all. I'm not going to pass judgment on anybody because nobody is better than anybody. And I know what you're saying though, Thoth. I know what you're saying. I don't want to talk about anybody, but I know what you're saying. I don't like the only thing I don't like about the whole deal is that we can't all just get along and be nice to each other. And that's my ego getting in my way. You know what I'm saying? And I know that. I have to get my freaking log out of my eye before I tell anybody to get their stick out of theirs. So that's where I'm working on. Yeah, anything I see negative in somebody else, I have to work on my inner shadow because my inside is the thing that if my insides is what I'm battling, my shadow is what I'm battling. And it's the twixt forces, yes, guy. Yeah, if we start judging each other, then that won't not be good, right? It wouldn't be fair to anybody. We're not better than anybody, right? You're correct. Projection of reflection, correct. This is true. Only one person I will not talk to, and that's because he's a... Right. I got you. I understand. I understand all this. And the only way we can grow and transmute any darkness within us is by projecting what we want to be treated like. So even if anybody thinks I'm in the wrong for what I'm speaking, that's their opinion, and everybody has one, just like an asshole. But there is only one truth. There is no your truth and my truth. There is only one truth. And that is what the pyramid scheme of the pyramid is about. Oops. That is what the pyramid scheme of our pyramid is about, guys. That's what the pyramid is. The pyramid is this. We take information at the bottom level because we're swimming in a sea of information. You can think of that as the clay of the earth, right? As we compare that information, which we turn into bricks. Bricks are comparisons because we compare the bricks and they start fitting together. Start building a pyramid. right? Finally, it gets capped from above. And that's what the pyramidion stone is, the Ben stone. You know what I mean? The Ben stone is a meteorite. That's why it's symbolically a meteorite, because it is symbolic representation of our ascension and our attaining the light. You know what I mean? We are here to judge ourselves, because if we don't judge ourselves, you know, where would we be? Because that is the first you have to make judgments. Right, we do make judgments, but I mean, you should not I guess publicly do it. You know, in your mind you can say that's nonsense and this is that and this is that, but I'm not going to berate anybody under the gun. Yes, and I will not let my ego get in my way anymore. And that's what I'm really working on. Because my ego is the only thing that holds me down. You know, if I had the wind that you guys provide me, yeah, exactly. I appreciate that, Joyce. Thank you. Are you serious? You know, and there's another thing. Okay, we look up at Orion, right? We look up at Orion, and we see what? What do we see when we look up at Orion? Well, look at that. It's getting closer and closer, isn't it? I don't know why astrologers aren't talking about that, but whatever. Number 9. What's number 9? I wanted to get into a different app here. This one. This is the app I wanted. So we're going to go here. We're going to go here. We're going to turn her sideways. We're going to go here, I think. Yep, turning her sideways. Okay, now check this out. Orion, what about Orion? Ego death. Just when you think you're smarter than somebody else, and just like you're talking about your ego, you got to keep that in check and keep yourself leveled. You keep yourself humble and project good. Yes. Number 9, very powerful, are the strongest numbers. Yes. Okay, now here, we're going to go here. Anybody got a spot you want to search out in space? Do you got a number? 9 equals Orion. Nice. Well, 9 equals 1 less than a strike, because I've been bowling my ass off lately, and I've been getting a lot of 9s. 9. Right? All the geometric geometric frequencies can all be divided by 9. I said this somewhere 2 days ago. But ego no longer needs to run. To show, right? Love potion number 9. Yes, empathy is all about sympathy with others based on their experiences and knowledge. Yeah, empathy is feeling that which another feels and helping them out on that feeling and getting out of it, right? Right? And I think the as above so below aspect of our paradigm and the magnitudes therein have to do with M42, because it's within me and it's within you. You know what I'm saying? M42 is the spot, the place in the mist. It is the place where Unis does his gist. It is the place where he, the one, the only, the Horus, the Herakti, the one. There is a problem with middle class, high class people making judgments based on their privilege. I agree with everything you say all the time, Thoth. I really do. But I refuse to live in that, there are days when I cannot get away from it myself. But I refuse to stay there because it keeps me down, and I don't want to be there. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying anything. I'm not making judgment or nothing. I'm just saying that, you know, I want you to have your cup half full, brother. You know, it's hard to do, I know. But I won't live in that place, because I think that place is there. It's like the ego. It's there to snare us. It's like a trap. It's like that just half a cup. Okay, I got you. I know, brother. I know. I love you, man. I really do. And you know that. I hope you know that. And you know that, man. You know, you're one of the few that I love. You know, I mean, that I'll openly say that. Like Men's, I love him. You know, all of you guys, I love you all. You know what I mean? I do. I really do. In my heart of hearts, I do. And I hope you guys really believe me when I say that, because it's not some superficial bullshit coming out of my mouth. Because this is what we're here for. Okay, Thoth, you want to go on a conspiracy end? Now, right here is the one spectrum, light spectrum, that I think we could gain some perspective as to what is in the trapezium open star cluster. But look at this. The one rectangle in the whole goddamn universe is right there. Right in front of what we got to see. Am I right? Look at that. I mean, there's no other rectangles anywhere in this picture. Do you see any Whoa, yeah, okay, I see a square. Look at this thing. Whoa, look at that. Look at that, guys. Now, you see that? You see, this is why they call it the waters of noon. The primordial soup. This is the substrate at which everything is born out of, folks. And look, you can see the waves, the magnetic. You see that? Well, Miles Tegg got his head cut off, didn't he? So he had to go to something new, right? Or did you already have that pseudonym? No, I disagree with that, because we will know. And I believe we're getting closer to that knowing, collectively and personally. You know, I do believe that. If I believe in anything, that's what I believe. He kept getting banned. Yes, yes. Miles Tegg kept getting banned. And one day I'm watching, reading comments on a live stream, and all of a sudden, Miles Tegg pops up, or Thothanon pops up, and his comments, his comments were so familiar. I'm like, that's you, isn't it, dude? And he's like, yeah, that's me. It was pretty cool. It was pretty funny. Okay, now there is no coincidence in anything, correct? So these light spectrums of these telescopes are telltale sign of what is veiled in the light. You know, the light, we were talking about the 7. There are 7 visual, 7 light, we see 7 frequencies of light, right? There's 7. Am I not right? Is there 7 notes of the audible scale? Thoth, you know that, Miles. What is it? I've asked you this before. There's 7 audible, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. How many is that? Is that 9? Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. That's 8, isn't it? 8 notes. That's 8. Oh, that's going to be a good video. Everybody got to go over to CF Apps after this and check out his video. That video is going to be sweet. That dude does pretty good, but, he's 7 notes, actually. The 8th is the octave of the 1. Very good. Thank you. So yeah. So that proves that the 7 is prevalent, and it's the loop of all creation. So that means that the 7 is embedded. And the pyramid now, the pyramid is the process. You can think of the pyramid, because the pyramid in a 3D model is not just a triangle. The pyramid is a square, right? So the base of the pyramid is square. And on them squares, you have an assigned archetype of the process. And this process of the 5 is how we stay alive to get to the 7 through the loop of 7 to get to heaven. In which creates the 12, you know, the 7 and the 5 are the 12, which are the 12 cranial nerves in the top of our head, which are the 12 zodiac signs in the top of the heavens. You know, but the process of 5 is the clay, which is the information, and the bricks. You know, with these bricks, we build our pyramids to be capped from above to shine like diamonds in a field of clay. So with this clay, we turn into bricks. We put them together, build our pyramid to the single point of truth, which is the Ben stone, the meteorite from heaven. We're capped from above, we shine like diamonds. That's why, allegorically, what's up? That's why allegorically, that's why allegorically we don't on Earth have a capped Great Pyramid. Because as a collective, we are not there. Who's leaving? Archie? Mr. Bunker? Okay, now you see this, right? You see this right here? Something. Right here is the wing disc, guys. This is Orion. This is where the trapezium open star cluster is. This is the words are swords. You know, we're in the sword of Orion. Right? We're in the sword of Orion. Here, I'm just going to show you guys just to make sure. Okay, so we're in the sword of Orion right there. Right there is a trapezium open star cluster. Right there. And look at it. Doesn't it look like a soldier with a gun? And this lighted up area right here looks like a rabbit. But this looks like a soldier with a gun. And that's right where the frickin' trapezium open star cluster is. So maybe that is a representation of what our collective is at. Huh? Anybody? Anybody? You know? So I think in essence, in acquiescence or acquiescence, if I may be so blunt, is that we are the soldiers, the soul dyers, or the grunt. You know? And this, you see this faint pink line right here? Where does it emanate from? The trapezium open star cluster. The spin we are in is right there. Okay? Now, I had pointed this out earlier. So we got the 1, which makes the 2, which make the 3. They skip the 4 because God knows more. We get the 5. 5 is the process to stay alive. Right? We skip the 7 because that is heaven. We make it because we are the 8. From that, we get to the 13, the 1. That is the Fibonacci sequence, guys, that I just laid out for you. The 1, the 2, the 3, the 5, the 8, and the 13. These are Fibonacci numbers. Those are Fibonacci sequence right there. Okay? Now the Fibonacci sequence emanates from our pineal gland in the sky. That's why Orion was venerated by the Egyptians or whoever built the pyramids. Because they knew that's what the Sphinx represents. You know what I'm saying? The Sphinx represents the light because it looks like a lion and a lion's mane. It is the shepherd of Anu, right? The good shepherd. You know what I mean? So then we go right here, we go to a different light spectrum. This one, I don't know if it's going to show up. Yeah, this is the Fermi one. But it's the bigger picture, you know. Yeah, and the holographic principle is the same as a magnet. You know, it's the same thing. It's like water. You can bust up a bunch of fucking water, but you put it together and it all coalesces. It all rejoins itself. Just like the hologram. You bust up a hologram, you rip it up into a million pieces, you take that holographic positive, because it's not a negative because it creates a 3D image. But anyway, you take that holographic positive, you shine a light through it, and you get an image of the whole, but it's not as concise or succinct or pristine or highly defined as the whole, but it is nonetheless a lesser magnitude. Oh, I never showed you guys this. Yeah, it's a fractal. There you go. And that's what the Fibonacci sequence does. And did you know that the further up the numbers you go on the Fibonacci sequence, the closer to the 1.618? Is it 1618 or is it 618? I think it's 618, right? It's the 2 to 3 ratio, right? I think. But the farther you get up, you know, because you multiply or you divide. Okay, say we go 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 13, 21. So we divide 21. So 13, or no, 21 divided by 13. Oops. 20, here, I'm going to go. See, I can't even do math because I'm such a freaking smartphone user. Right? So we're going to close all. Oop. Did I close you down? Uh-oh. No, I didn't. Good. Whew. I got scared there for a minute. Scared I lost you guys. Okay, now we're going to go here. We're going to 21 divided by 13 equals 1.615. Okay, so we go to what's 21 times plus 13 is 34. So 34 plus 21 is 55, right? $55. So we'll go 55. What was the last number? 34. So 55 divided by 34. 1.617. So the further up you go, the closer to this ratio you get. So what does that tell you? What does that tell you? It's by design. The golden mean is the phi. Oh, what is it? What does Ken Wheeler say? Five times. I can't remember, but he's got it on his tattoo. He's got it tattooed on his wrist. He says it over and over. That's what he says it is. I've been on this live stream for 2.5 hours now, guys. So I'm gonna skate, and I won't be late. I love you because you are great. There is no better one than you. You are the one I want to, and I always knew. You see this picture, guys? This was a picture up in Canada. Here, I'm going to go to my camera and show you a couple of them. Because this is representing this phi ratio. I knew it as 1.618. Right, and it keeps going up. You know, the closer you get, the more numbers, the higher the number. Because you divide the one in which you're at by the one previous to it, you know, and then you get closer and closer. Yeah, Merry Christmas to you, guy. I'm glad you made it this time. There's our brother Jerry Runk. What up, Jerry? My brother from another mother. I love you, dude. Now, never, ever stop talking about you, because you are my homie, and I miss you greatly. I did 17 fucking live streams with that guy, 18 of them. I can't believe it. I couldn't believe it. Still can't believe it. And I feel like crying, and I'm not gonna. But I wanted to show you guys some pictures of Runk hugs. Thank you, Michelle. And, you know, if I never met anybody else on YouTube that, you know, I'm glad I met him. And I'm glad I I went and I made a trip to freaking Myrtle Beach to visit the dude. You know. Yeah, Austin's still in the hospital. He's got a hard road ahead of him. But I gotta go back to my pictures of the camera right here. Camera. I wanted to show you guys some pictures of Canada. Check this out. These are awesome pictures right here. Check this out. Boom. Look at this. That is an awesome picture. See the guy looking down? Shoop. The cloud guy. Let's say whoop, whoop, a doop, whoop, 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 a doop. That looks freaking cool as hell, doesn't it? Lake of the Woods, baby. That's where we all need to live. It is so beautiful there, so quiet, so pristine, untouched. There's the two bears. Yeah, guys, just pay it forward. Be the love, you know? I mean, it sounds cliche. It sounds nonsense. I mean, not nonsense, but it sounds like, you know, it's easy, it's peasy, it's three cheesy, but yeah, I still take pictures of the sky. Not like I used to, but I take some good ones still. You know, I used to be nothing but sky videos, but that was the process. You know, that was the information I was taking in. And oddly enough, that information is leading me to where I need to be. And it's because the signs in the heavens have brought me to the signs in the heavens. Because the signs in the heavens are in your mind and in the sky. Right. I love cheese. 3 cheesy. But yeah, there's some awesome things, you know, in our existence, and that's what it's all about. There's my boy at his taekwondo meet. But guys, you know, I just want to say that without you, who would I be? And what we are one in this family tree. We are all one in this whole galactic shit soup sea. But I'll say goodbye to Scotty Boy. Thank you for hanging out. Michelle, I love you, sweetheart. You know I do. Guy, love you too, brother. Thank you for being here. Wobbly, 432, Winter Solstice, almost soon. Yes, it is. Peace to all. Us on this journey. We rock, love you all. Right, I love you too. Thank you. Gerald Yates, I'm glad you were here, brother. Go for 24 hours, we can handle it. Yeah, right. Right. 618. Yeah, you're right. It was 618. Thanks, Max. Thank you, Scotty Boy. I think I already said thanks to you. Menza, thank you, mister. Much love to you. You too, Scotty. Maxie, John, thank you. Free Press 666. What's your real name? Free Press 666. Are you going to divulge that to me? Joyce, are you serious? Thank you for joining. Miles, my brother from another mother, I'm glad you were here. You know I love you. And just remember that, you know, life can be a bitch, sweetheart, you know, or it can be a dream too, you know. Scratch, I'm glad you were here. Thank you for joining me. Amanda, 1010111. Thank you for joining. Archie Bunker, I'm glad you were here. Miles, I already said that to you. You know I love you, brother. But did Archie or did Free Press 666 give me a name? No name? Well, if you think of it in the future, give me your name. Anybody else I missed, I'm sorry I missed you, but I love you, and I love you like I was your brother. Sweet. Peace out. Now let's see if I can find this Happy Days out here again. 2.5 hours, guys. Wow. Bye.